The LRA logistics base was wiped out, including destruction of the 15 square miles of cultivated land and stores for dry food they had stocked during the peace talks. Documents, communication equipment, and an assortment of weapons were captured. The most important achievement of Operation Lightning Thunder was the implementation of a regional approach to a common enemy, fully tested with positive results, and a way forward for future problems that may emerge. However, not all the objectives of Operation Lightning Thunder were met. For example, high-value targets of the operation, like Joseph Kony and top commanders, were not reached due to the weather that forfeited the initial timings of the attack, hence losing out on a surprise attack.
The fog goes up to midday. Therefore, that means you have to use half of the day. That is the air option. And since in Congo there is a poor infrastructure, we must rely on the air assets.
Kony could not be forced to sign the agreement since he remained elusive, avoiding detection by moving almost alone and avoiding any communication. His pursuit was hampered by the terrain of highly dense jungles of Garamba forests that hindered quick movement and stealth approach to the enemy force. All in all, Operation Lightning Thunder achieved well over 80% of the intended objectives of the mission. When the operation plan was being drawn, it was agreed by the joint forces that the operation be effected within 31 days. On January 20th, 2009, the first evaluation of the operation was carried out at Dungu Base in DRC and was attended by the Chiefs of Defense Forces and the Joint Force Commanders from Uganda and DRC. In this meeting, it was reported that most LRA camps had been destroyed and that the scattered LRA rebels had gone on rampage and were surviving on attacking civilians. Following the major blow dealt against LRA, the remnants had spread out south to Nagero and Faraje, north to Doruma and Suke general areas. Therefore, the meeting resolved that there was need to follow them up. Hence, a new date of February 12, 2009 was set for pullout. On February 14, 2009, the second evaluation of the operation was done and it was observed that LRA had been completely disabled with no more capacity to kill civilians. On February 27, 2009, another evaluation meeting was held at Kasese in Uganda and was attended by, among others, the defense ministers of the two sister countries. In this meeting, it was agreed that all foreign forces pull out of DRC by March 14, 2009 and be replaced by MONUC and FARDC forces. It was therefore upon this background that Presidents Joseph Kabila and Yoweri Museveni endorsed the pullout of UPDF and other forces when they met in Kasese in western Uganda. On 15th of March 2009, a ceremony was prepared at Dungu Joint Task Force Tactical Headquarters that marks UPDF's official withdrawal, witnessed by DRC's Minister of Defense and that of State for Defense from Uganda, Lieutenant General Jeje Odongo. Defense chiefs from the two countries, MONUC, and the members of the diplomatic corps also attended. In the final pullout plan endorsed by the two countries, it was agreed that UPDF would continue to provide intelligence and other necessary logistics that may not be at the disposal of the DRC's military and MONUC. All in all, Operation Lightning Thunder had become the only remaining option to try bringing back LRA leader Joseph Kony to order and foil his plans of regrouping, rearming, and eventually carrying out his usual atrocities on the people of northern Uganda. The Juba peace talks was the 13th attempt at solving the LRA question peacefully and was seen by both the international community and Ugandans as the best deal for both LRA and the Ugandan government ever reached. The military conflict in northern Uganda that can best be described as senseless and brutal has finally been brought to its conclusion after more than 2 decades. This has been achieved through persistent military operations by the army and the government's willingness to resolve the conflict peacefully. Government tried to resolve this conflict peacefully in 1988, 1994, and in 2002, but to no avail. In 2006, it tried again in Juba under the mediation of Riek Machar. Government has therefore reached a point of no retreat, no surrender towards achieving total peace in the country. The northern Uganda region has now reached a point of no return. The peace and security enjoyed by the people in the region cannot be reversed. Peace deal or no peace deal in Juba, the Uganda government, together with its People's Defense Forces, are determined to keep this peace by whatever means possible, and the people of northern Uganda shall enjoy their country's attributes like the rest of Ugandans. God bless Uganda. God bless East Africa.